It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the 49ers and the Browns, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from Cleveland. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The former second-round pick back in 2014, Jimmy Garoppolo trotting into place, looking to guide this San Francisco 49er offense.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if he can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Garoppolo. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Now a give to Mostert running right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Chauncey Golston gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
Well, it's up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. The kick by Parkey is good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field. It can take off and run when under duress.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
First carry now for Trey Sermon. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the handoff, Sermon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. They give to Sermon out of the gun. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Going up top. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, You would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Draw play, Garoppolo gives to Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Garoppolo looks to throw. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Lawrence's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff. Sermon. A little juke. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. This is Sermon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Trey Sermon. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken the lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Let's go, first down.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll get that complete to Reed.
Personal foul.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw is Garoppolo. Quick hitter here. It's complete. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. They hand it off to Mostert. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on third and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Come on, Browns, let's go!
And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly.
Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play that time for Cleveland. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Here's Sermon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And they'll run the toss here with Sermon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
$13 yards remaining on second down. From the gun, Sermon trucks over him. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Trey Sermon, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns have retaken the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now the try here for the point after. And that makes it 14-10. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was Trey Sermon who polished it all off with a touchdown run.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah. He's feeling real good right now.
Now he'll try to carry that over to this drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now Mostert.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're getting the football back again.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, look at the juke. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
A give for Sermon running right.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
On second down, Lawrence.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. He'll take it at the 42. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over first and 10.
The Browns now going to take over late in this first half.
They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Now Lawrence. That'll be complete to Sermon. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Lawrence. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan.
And out of bounds right around the 20. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. On 2nd and inches,
Lawrence. This to the outside, it's Sermon.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
From the 6.
Let's go.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend.
As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And they are at halftime with the Dolphins holding on to the lead. Marlon Mack, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, we'll head to Washington to check out the football team at home at FedEx Field. And they trail in their ball game at halftime to the visiting Carolina Panthers. Sam Darnold has a couple of touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they lead the visiting Chicago Bears at the half. Drew Lock with 2 first-half touchdown passes. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Browns, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. The drive starts with a carry by Sermon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Second down at 5. Lawrence will throw. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So that one will be accepted.
There we go, D. That's the one to hit.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Now Lawrence. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jimmy Garoppolo and his offense heading back on the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
Yeah, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Caught on the right side, Reed. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. First man through, it's the fullback Juszczyk. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns 35. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Cleveland offense making their way out. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there.
On the handoff, Sermon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They run once more with Sermon. And he's got this down to the 35. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Sermon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
And now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 33. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
On a jet sweep, here comes Tony. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Kinlaw with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. 3rd and 1, they opt to pass it, and the one thing happened that could not happen. They took a sack.
Yeah, I just wonder, is that an indictment of their offensive line? Did they think that they couldn't move them enough to pick up a first down there? Or was it analytics? Did they think about it that way? In any event, they'll be studying that in the future.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. $39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field, and following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Garoppolo looks to throw. That catch good for only a couple. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Right back to Juszczyk again. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I think he tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And they'll run with Sermon to begin the drive.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They go play action with Lawrence. That'll be caught. It's Toney.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Got him in. It's Brown. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Sermon.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
112 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Man open left side is Brown. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Open man right side is Toney.
And out of bounds right around the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
They give to Sermon out of the gun.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now Lawrence.
Touchdown, Browns! A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. A gain of 6 there on first. Working with a 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's got Ayuk once again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And this one complete to Reed. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo. Samuel bringing in the slant. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Once again, it's Mostert. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 44 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. The job one to pick up the 1st down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the 1st down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Draw play, Garoppolo gives to Mostert. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Mostert. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Again, it's Mostert. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
Garoppolo looking to throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Sermon. Sermon with space, a first down, and then some. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a handoff, Sermon. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
145 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So they did keep it on the ground, Charles, just like you thought they would.
Yeah, it was the right play, and they executed it almost to perfection.
And that first down should just about write it into this one. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come.
So for the Browns, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they go down to defeat here in the opener.